Last episode on Truly Bedrock, we have finished our black market wood shop, which means that today we're just in time to start a brick one. That's right, today we'll be gathering some cool building blocks and fittingly using them for a cool building. But also, we'll be once again employing our zombie brethren to sell quality materials to my server mates from a secret underground market that only the cleverest of them can access. So let's grab some materials and begin. I sure hope this random Nether Tunnel I'm taking actually leads to the Nether Fortress and not just somebody's base. This was literally the only unlabeled area and okay, this is promising. I hope that this is the Nether Fortress. Oh no, it is! Ah! Okay, I also hope that I can find like a way to get into the Nether Fortress. Well, to chop off a giant part of this Nether Fortress without anyone noticing. Yes, you can absolutely make nether bricks in a more sustainable way if you simply smelt the nether rock. Oh god! Yep, but I don't want to do that because that requires 4 times the materials and also smelting stuff, like a smelter for example, or fuel. And don't worry, we will be getting into that. I do have plans for all of these things, but right now I have planned a shop that actually has like nether brick for a roof. And I refuse to have everything set up for the brick shop that I've not even, built yet. Why are there so many skeletons? Like, I know they live here, but like, usually it's at least more of the withered ones. Okay, my strategy is just gonna be to, find one of those giant legs that don't really do anything on the fortresses. I'm just gonna dig into one. Do I have Featherfall and Local Fly? Okay, I have Featherfall and 3. I should survive this. Ugh! Oh, my shins. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna miss this, like, pillar of sorts. And I hope that I can find another one, and then another one. Although, admittedly, I did only bring one shulker box. That was probably a mistake. Digging into this hole, I do realize that I take up actually a lot of really grindy projects on this server. And that is kind of because I'm one of the several full-time YouTubers on here. So I actually do have the time to dedicate to getting materials so that other people can easily buy and just, use to build their own stuff. Making sure that people who are not actually full-timers can more easily make builds done and also, as a result, make videos done. Though I do realize that that means that you're getting, content that's, like, not mine. Which is why I absolutely should ask you to subscribe to, like, some other people from Truly Bedrock. Their channels are all linked in the description of the videos. Dude, we barely started and this is already a lot of nether brick. And these fortresses, they have more than one leg like that, I really should have brought more chests. Holy mother of God, I've hit the mother lord. Man, whoever's gonna have to cover all of the local terrain in buttons to raise up the rates of a potential wither skeleton farm, it's gonna hate me so much. Also, those of you who are very excited for Mayor Sloy will be really happy to know that I have floated the idea of reworking all the paths for more of a deep slate, like dark deep slate texture. And we haven't even had a meeting on the topic, but apparently Aladrian already took off with the idea of reworking everything and very happily, mind you, put together these little planters down the middle of the road, which is very notorious, very significant, because the road wasn't 5 wide, meaning that to make these planters, Aladrian did have to not only, well, build custom trees, which is very, very cute, but also change how wide this road is in the first place. And it wasn't 3 wide, it was 4 wide, meaning that then Aladrian had to change how this circle worked and how wide this road is. Just poor guy reworked everything as soon as there was a slight mention of making a more aesthetically pleasing road. I think I got this thing in the bag, guys. I think I'll be allowed to do my shenanigans underground under the guise of road work. Anyway, this little excursion actually provided us with just enough materials to maybe go and actually build the actual brick shop that we'll be working on today. And yes, I did kind of pick out the materials to showcase what you can do with the bricks, which is not much, grant you can pretty much just build with them. Which I think I'm gonna show in the form of a time-lapse, if only because there is a lot of screaming children under my windows right now, and because it's summer and really hot, I can't close the window anyway. Yeah, I should not have my microphone turned on right now. It does sound like there are people getting murdered. And here it is, my little brick shop, and little is very much the word. Now, don't get me wrong, I am in love with this build. Basically, the story here is that I was building, Sloy House number 5, the usual stuff, and then kind of got bored and decided, what if I just bent it? What if I just, like, slammed the roof a couple times with a baseball bat? And out comes this pretty entertaining shape. Like, it is very much more witch house than it is like a quaint pottery shop or whatever. So it is gonna be kind of weird that we're selling bricks out of this very whimsical, magical home. But at the same time, I do like the build, and it is really interesting looking. It is definitely attention grabbing, and it only comes with one small little problem. That is that once you actually enter it, there's not very much space. It's literally just a 3 blocks wide, which, don't get me wrong, wouldn't be that big of a deal for our brick shop if we weren't planning to put a bunch of redstone somewhere in here. Hidden redstone at that. To manipulate and try and make some sort of a hidden entrance. Dude, I can't hide a chair in here. What hidden entrance? This is kind of embarrassing, honestly. Now, one thing that I realized midway through building, and that is just kind of a small note in the, in the pile of SloyXP tells you obscure or otherwise interesting Minecraft mechanics, and that is, I just genuinely missed building with nether brick. It is a very fun material to be building with. But also, it is a very interesting material in that it has one unique property that the other ones don't. Nether brick is literally the only block with a wall variant that is cracked nether brick, it will not craft that way. Nether brick is literally the only material in the entire game that has both the wall variant and, look at that, a fence variant. Meaning that it's the only pretty much block in the entire game that we can do something along this line without having to fungal either the top bit, the fence post, or pick out a different material for the wall. Now, why is that this? Well, it's because pretty much historically nether brick fence were introduced back in the nether update, like not the big one, but the original one, the adventure update where they introduced the nether. And then Mojang just has a thing about never removing stuff that they already added into the game. So when they added walls for everything for consistency's sake, they wanted all the brick types to have their own wall variants. So obviously they had to add one for nether brick. It is a uniquely pointy block, and I love it for it. And also, it's just deep slate tile before deep slate tile. It is one of the it used to be one of the nicest blocks before the entire cave update and cobbled deep slate and stuff. Regardless, we now have pretty much everything that we need to open our brick shop. There you go. 256 diamonds are stacked. You think anyone's gonna buy any? I mean, listen, remember, you have to remember, this is not a bricks shop. This is a brick shop. There's only one, okay? And it's very expensive. But no, the actual gag is that obviously I want to sell bricks in the black market at a price reversed to this one. And the price I want to sell brick at actually is 64 brick blocks for 1 diamond. But every brick block has 4 bricks in it. Like the four of the red tiny ones. Meaning that if 4 stacks of individual bricks costs 1 diamond, then the fair reverse price within the shop is 256 diamonds for 1 brick. I am a genius of commerce, if only because if I do one single sale from this shop, I can immediately retire. For real though, I'm doing this way specifically because in that wood shop that I opened, people have been unironically buying the wood at like enlarged prices, like 4 times over the black market price. And I really don't want them to do the same with the brick shop as well. It is honestly quite frustrating to me, and I was hoping that people would stop doing that. Seriously, they have bought half the chest at a price 4 times higher than the one. How are you so desperate for wood, guys? What's going on the server? Now, for our previous shop, we very much had a nice system where there's a secret passage, and then there's a passage that's not very secret as long as you have, as long as you know how to use the secret tom number 1. So for this one, we need to do something equivalent, but I seriously struggle to come up with a secret passage as flipping obvious to people as the painting one. There is truly nothing more suspicious than just paintings. So, how do we execute this? Especially on a 3-block wide basement. Don't get me wrong, I think the beginning is very solid here, because right now the way to even get into the secret basement is, yeah, it's just hidden behind this chest. So you run up and you just go, I wonder, and ow. Well, obviously. But here, down here, I need something else. For 1, something blocking the path, and for 2, something leading into the deeper, where we will have the actual key part. So, what I'm thinking, and this is kind of silly, is I want to have maybe a boat entrance? A lot like we had with our parkour back where we did the parkour course, you know? So, basically you see this and you go, wait a minute, that's not a spruce plank texture. I mean, it is, but it doesn't line up. So you walk up to it, you right click, and voila, you are on the other side of some sort of a secret wall. There we go, basically a teleport glitch. And then on the way back, we can put together some sort of a piston opening sequence where it's like shook shook and just lets you through. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You go in, and you step on a pressure plate, and you go out. Just an amazing system I got here running. Please don't pay attention to this random piston extended and sticking out of the side of the building. Shh, it's just a flower box. It's just a flower box. Don't pay any attention. It's just a flower box. Nothing suspicious going on here. Anyway, let's check out all the suspicious stuff going on here. So, the intended experience is you go down the basement, you spot that there's something with the wall, you descend into the second basement, and you find, this time around, a block-accurate recreation of the thing from Aladrian's, you know, secret compartment under his house. Unfortunately, I don't have like the item filters and everything set up yet, and there's a good reason for that, but until then, here's a temporary lever. See? It's fun! It works. It is much more rudimentary this time around. I don't feel bad about making it much more rudimentary this time around, because, well, I have enough redstone already. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And obviously beyond this little gaping mouth is where you're gonna pick back up your book, and it's gonna close behind you, leaving you in the black brick market, let's put it that way. And last time we did something like this, we used a kind of a unique way of inputting the book, because it was a hint that it was a book. And this time, because we're technically in a brick shop, like in a kind of a clay to pottery thing, I figured why not use a mechanic that I don't really see myself ever using again, or now for that matter. Basically, if you didn't know, you can put an item into a pot by just simply right-clicking it. You can't take it out without, you know, breaking the pot first. But you can pull that item out of the pot using a hopper. What's more importantly, if there's already an item in the pot, you cannot put a different item in there. Meaning that what I want to do here, well, that was a mistake, is put several just, random pots standing here, all of them filled with wrong items, with like the different items. So you have to find the one that you can actually put the book into to open the door. And obviously, it's not gonna be hard to find, given that it's the only one with a hopper underneath it. Yeah, you can actually just about see a hopper around the pot's little seam between it and the blocks. But I do want to drive that a little bit further home and try and maybe get a custom pot with a shard from archaeology. Anyway, point is, if you put a book in here, then an item filter can pull that book out, analyze it, be like, yep, that's the right book, and send a signal to the door to open and let you through. So now I just need to get a pot that doesn't look like all the other pots, which requires some archaeology, which is, yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not that big of a fan of exploration in Minecraft in general, but the archaeology as a mechanic is just straight up frustrated. I do not like brush and suspicious sand. Luckily, thanks to the latest update of Minecraft, I may not have to, because the trial chambers that were introduced with, the Tricky Trials update, there are actually custom pots, not even custom shards, but custom pots just sitting there full of treasure. And it just so happens that one of those trial chambers, and an especially gothy one, is kind of pretty close to my house. Like, check it out, this is my house, and this is the trial chamber. Yeah. Yeah, you mind if I just, And that's how it's done. I now need to dig to the Y level -3 or something. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of work. Ooh! I see the tough brick. And I see and I'm oh, nope, okay, I thought I was on a wall and not on a ceiling. I was wrong. Alright. I actually do have a little bit of reason to be very, very confident in what I'm doing. And that's because I brought a bed, first and foremost, so I can respawn somewhere in here as soon as I establish myself a little base place. I brought an axe. I can shave the lights for them to be brighter. So that's a thing I can do. But also, here's the thing. My axe has Smite 4 on it. I keep putting proper Smite 5 on this thing. And I really should, because that would help a lot with fighting zombies, skeletons, those things that are pretty much 90% of what spawns in a trial chamber. Especially the bogged, because they, guess what, are also skeletons. I mean, this whole thing is not helped by the fact that, well, I am basically also not only coming here for one of them's delicious pots, and absolutely not for any of the actual combat or treasure. So I need to just quickly investigate. Oh, nope. Ah, there are things. And I just broke a pot, and I'm poisoned. All in all, this is a great operation so far. Yeah, and another cool thing about my lightning trident is that while it definitely doesn't work here under the ground, and also not during a thunderstorm, but it's still a trident with return on it, meaning that I can basically have a lot of bow. Okay, I see a lot of pots down there, and I really need to get investigating. At least one of them should have a custom design on it. Which, again, is probably the lamest treasure I could get out of one of these trial chambers. Ooh, look at that! Okay, I'm stealing this one. Oh, nope, too late, it's mine. It's mine! You don't get it. I do think... Ooh, look at that! This is great. See? Thinking. It helps. Okay, I was gonna say that I do think that when... And at this point it's a when, not an if. When I ultimately decide to try and domesticate one of these dungeons into something, into a dungeon of my own design, I will probably be taking this particular one because, again, it is pretty close to my house. And, oh my god, it's so beautiful and so big! Ow! Okay, I'll get going. Shut up. Ooh! I straight up get a trial key. Just out of a chest. Wow, that is awfully generous. Okay, we got 2 custom shards. We got twice the pots that we wanted. And I figured that we should probably get going. But I do want to try and actually apply that that key that I just got to a mysterious vault. I am very much panicky and I am super runaway, and I am very much speedrunning about this, but I gotta admit though, it is a lot of fun to just run around in a dungeon. These things are actually like rather well designed when you get down to them, and that's why I'll be demolishing at least one of them and trying to design something of my own. Like, it's the biggest anxiety of the entire season is, can I even make something better? Then again, it's running around, stabbing mobs with variety of weapons. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fun no matter what. Oh, shoot. Ooh, another one. Okay. I keep promising that I'm like, I'm gonna get one more of these pots, and I'm gonna leave, and then I just keep going deeper. It's an empowering and engaging gameplay loop of, like, I want the things that it has. Oh, it's powdered snow. Oh no! Who allowed? Since when? Powdered snow in this amount. That's so much pranking potential. Like, I'm not even kidding. That would have been so funny. Okay, I guess this spawner just defeated itself while I wasn't looking. Admittedly, mobs also take damage from powdered snow, so I'm not surprised. Alright, I'm officially out of here. We're not doing the Ominous trial, and it's pretty clear by this point that a non-Ominous would very much be very, very dull and boring. Even though I am a coward and make funny noises when shot at. And here's an interesting thing about these pots that, well, I kinda just realized. I know that for most people who are redstoners this is probably not news, but you can only put a material into a pot that's already in the pot. Meaning that for once, I don't need to make like an entire hopper filter for this. I can just put one of the books into the pot and draw from it with a comparator, basically adapting a regular Minecraft redstone hopper filter into something resembling this. As soon as there's gonna be more material in the pot, the redstone line, the redstone length is gonna increase thanks to the comparator, but can actually detect through blocks, by the way, and activate this block and deactivating the storage, allowing this hopper to pull whatever is in there and also, you know, trigger something. So if we just get a node block to, you know, have an audible confirmation of something actually happening, like this. So now if I try to put a different material in there, that doesn't work, obviously. I can't look what's in the pot, like, without breaking it at the very least. But if I put a secret tome in there, that's gonna stack up with the secret tome already inside, and... Did you hear that? It dinged. Now imagine that instead of dinging, it opened the door. Voila! This redstone stuff's easy. Everybody should be doing it. Please ignore that I've been basically doing the exact same contraption for like 4 videos in a row now. And honestly, at this point, we just need the shopkeeper. And we'll be golden. Oh god, this is perfect. Perfect! No, not you. Not you. Although, I mean, you do kind of look really cool. No, I'm gonna take the mason though. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. You are literally the best possible zombie villager we could have gotten for this particular profession. And get spliffed. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. There's, oh, of course. Of course. You now have the bricks. Can I convince him to jump into the honey trap, though? Nope, apparently I can't. Seriously, I'm at a point of maybe dying here. I probably should start punching the guy. Get in the... Oh, there we go. Oh, you got a bird now. You're a bird. And also you... Oh, bye. Okay, I guess you don't. Okay, now check this out. So you come in. Obviously, you're like... I'm not buying the single brick. And you go down into the basement. You find the secret boat. And you descend down here. And you go, oh, this reminds me of Aladrian's home. I should probably use the book I found in it. And you even get the book back. And you run through the door. And you are greeted by our epic shopkeeper, who also tells you that we will be expanding soon, because we absolutely will. This here is a very temporary room. Even the color scheme actually does not represent the final version whatsoever. We will be definitely making a much larger area, because I have lore ideas for what I want to do here. I just got this idea in my brain that this part of the black market, this black market area would be not just the sewers, but the place where at some point they were building a train station for the subway under the city, and it just collapsed into the sewers and everything got ruined and everybody died. The idea in a lot of ways being that they are in fact selling the brick that they were supposed to use to build the train station. This is why we're running a black market. It's all stolen goods, guys. It is all stolen goods. And we'll be selling those goods for 1 diamond per stack. Both the actual thing and, you know, I think the nether brick also counts. I don't think I need like an extra sign explaining this, especially because I already spent it on the joke about stone brick, some assembly required. And it would be really cool to get this entire project done just for today's video, but unfortunately, I looked it up and turns out there's so much flipping brick in Minecraft. There's stone brick, there's red brick, there's nether brick, there's red nether brick, there is quartz brick, there is mud brick, which is an entire giant rabbit hole of just processing and farms and everything. It's actually gonna be quite the challenge, so I'm gonna leave that be for today, especially since I actually do have a really interesting thing to put into the comment library. See, last episode I mentioned that I would love to have like a zombie head, but you need a charged creeper to that, so you need a thunderstorm, all that kind of stuff. And both Buzzy and Crazy Old Man in the comments were kind enough to point out that no, on Bedrock you don't actually need a thunderstorm. It is enough to just have a rain and stab a lightning rod with a channeling trident. So, yeah. That's something really cool that we should absolutely test, because I really would like to have that zombie head. Oh, and it's so lucky, here's in Overworld, it is actually raining. You can just stab a lightning rod with a lightning trident, and that will call down the storm. So, okay, this is cool. This is super convenient. This is honestly something that should be on Java Edition, because waiting for thunderstorms is, you know, absolutely insane. An insane thing to have a player do. And luckily, I did stash away a charged creeper over here. So we will just quickly attempt to zap him. Oh, heck yeah! Alright, so now we just need to get him to kill a zombie. Or a few, actually, because on Bedrock Edition the creepers don't necessarily... Don't know that they're only supposed to make one monster drop their head. Seriously, we have wither skeleton farms based on this exact mechanic. But I do think that since getting a charged creeper is actually fairly, you know, easy, especially for me, who lives in a time zone where nobody else does. No one else is online, so it is pretty easy for me to get rainstorm. I'll be fine, I think. Let's soften him up real quick. Okay, that might have been too soft. You, gentleman with the fishnet full bodysuit. Come over here. How am I so bad at this? Are you renamed? Okay, you aren't. So you are more of an accident of nature than normal people. I like how he's holding the spider eye like a monocle, just covering one of his own eyes. Like, Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat, get in the boat, get in the boat, get in the boat, get in the... Oh, yeah, okay, nice. Now here's a question. Can I do this without, like, just absolutely getting scattered across the wind? Hi. Sir? Yep. Woo! Look at the hole he left. Behold, my old skin from before I originally learned to make my own skins. I mean, as far as tree farms go, this is still not as viable as just a pile of dynamite, so I think we'll have to find a more permanent solution. And now that we have our zombie head, we can finally put it on a skeleton, put the skeleton with a zombie head as a starving zombie under this bridge, and, you know, finally maybe finish the last leg of the, you know, Borscht quest that we've been working on. Makes me really, really happy, to be honest. But that's gonna be it for today's episode, so thank you everybody so much for watching. Leaving more helpful comments, I would love for you to participate. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff to be continued. Have a good one, bye bye.